Nice.
The music ended and we are here.
We are here. For sure. So, all right. So I am your host, Cassie Clayton, and I'm a intuitive. Sorry, this is our first show. Hi, everyone. Welcome.
You know what? I think everybody's going to understand. You got to get the flow of everything, and it takes time.
Yeah.
And I'm Michelle Henderson. I am a psychic medium in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And we are so glad that you are here for our first show. I feel like we need streamers and fireworks.
Right? Like, so fun and so exciting. So,
woo!
Woo!
And you'll remember that and you'll be going, oh, I don't know why I was nervous. So welcome to Metaphysical Happy Hour, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. So let us know that you are here. And I see people already doing that. And tell us where you're from, because we would love to see it. So we've got Camille, is that right? I am so sorry. I'm terrible with names. I used to be a teacher. And yeah, the kids would always like shake their heads when I couldn't say their names correctly. But hello. And I send you love. Marissa, hello. Hi, Karen. How are you? My goodness, I showing it just kind of like disappeared. Hi, let's see. I'm trying to say it. Chanel. Okay. Chanel. Okay, thank you. See, I need you to say these names.
Yes, we're from Chicago, and I also see that Tracey Escobar is on with us tonight. So
awesome! Hi, Tracey, and we'll have to tell everybody how we're connected to her. We think she's a saint.
Yeah.
One of those psychic mediums that you will never forget once you meet her, right? So here's Kate. Yeah. So let me know if y'all can hear us. So we're here seeing Dallas, Toronto, Raleigh. Here's Tracey. Oh, she's giving us kisses. I love it. And there's Jody. Oh my goodness. Everybody, it's moving so fast. Okay, so Tracey can hear you. So Kate, it may be with your system. It seems like everybody's hearing us just fine. So that's always important to hear us. Okay, well, before we get started, why don't we go ahead and talk about Tracey, right? So why don't you talk about our next show?
So our next show is going to be coming on January 27th. This is going to be a every second and fourth week of the month, where we're going to have our Metaphysical Happy Hour. Tracey Escobar is a dear friend of ours, and also she is psychic medium that is here in Dallas, and she is going to be with us as a guest on our next show. So, and we actually are having quite a lineup of guests that are going to be really, really cool coming on. So we definitely have some exciting stuff coming up as well.
And I love that Tracey gets to be our first one, because I know that she was my very first mentor once I decided to, come out of the closet as a medium. She's going, go girl, go. So she's like my cheerleader. If you are here, if you don't mind, we would love for you to share. And if you share, let us know. Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I skipped.
That's okay.
Anyway, okay, so definitely share.
Yes, and for those that share, we are offering a drawing for a free reading that happens towards later on in the show. So if you do share, let us know so that we can make sure that we get your name in for that. And it's one of those things that you'll be able to choose a reading from either one of us.
Yes. Yes.
So that is
and we're going to do it, I think just once a month though, right? I mean, it will be when Tracey's on, we'll do the drawing then. Or we can start, we'll have to figure all that out, but definitely we will get a drawing going. So we get a lot of names. Okay, so we also each week, because it's Metaphysical Happy Hour, we're going to we're going to have a different drink for each show.
Yes.
And we thought we would, with each theme. And so this week it was like looking at wine bottles that really signified who we are, authentically. And so do you want me to share first, Cassie, or do you want to share?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. So what I found in the store, and I thought this was perfect because I love this picture. Okay. And it looks like a psychic card or oracle card, with, a beautiful lady in a gown and, symbols, a lot of symbolism. And it says prophecy. And it's like, oh my gosh, this is just perfect. And it really kind of reminds me of how difficult it really was for me to really accept myself as a psychic medium. And so when I saw that, I said, yes, that's definitely the one that I've got to get. And it is a Chardonnay, which I love, and it's buttery. Very sweet, very sweet.
Very cool. So for me, I have a bit of a story that goes along with mine. Okay. When I first got into the very first psychic reading I'd ever had or been to was a psychic night at a local wine bar here in town. And there I met a wonderful psychic by the name of Cheryl. She is the owner of the Dallas Psychic Fair. And from there, I just kind of found my way into everything psychic, metaphysical. This whole journey kind of started at that moment and went from there. And so the wine that I actually chose, I've always been a big winery drinker, but there is a winery that is out in Pittsburgh, Texas, and it's one of my favorites. And it's a place that is about 2 hours out of Dallas, and it is just one of those places where you can go and relax, and it's just
sounds good to me.
So I chose my favorite wine from there, and the place is called Los Pinos. Oops, so getting used to the camera here. So Los Pinos Ranch, and I chose the Sangiovese.
Awesome.
And it does have a purple label, which purple happens to be my favorite color. So works out great. And so anyway, so
I've got a question for you. How many years has it been since you met the person that got you into the psychic mediumship at the bar? How many years has that been?
Since I went to the bar, probably about 5
years. Okay.
6, maybe.
So you never know how spirit's going to work, You probably walked in the bar not even thinking about it, and there you go.
Yeah.
That is a fantastic story.
Yes. So so with that, let's go ahead and get started with our topic for this evening, which is authenticity. Oh,
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay, so we found this slide because everybody, looks at being authentic different ways. So we found this, and this is absolutely wonderful. It's a daily practice of letting go of who we think we're supposed to be and embracing who we are. And embracing is the important thing. Because again, that was one of my goals, and I had a difficult time just embracing it. And so really to me, and, becoming a psychic medium, I feel like I've always used it in my life, my intuitiveness, working with children with special needs. And then spirit just kind of like, it's time. Kind of like you walking in a bar. So I met Tracey Escobar, and it's like, okay, it's time. I really think, being authentic, once you find who you are, you really feel good about yourself. And I think, people start seeing that light in you. And, you start thinking about, it's my journey. It's no one else's journey. So how do you think of being authentic? Cassie, how do you look at it?
I think that being authentic, really, truly, it comes from, there's so many things that society will tell you, your family will tell you, your friends will tell, sometimes even your friends will say here's how things are supposed to be. And I feel like that stepping into your own authenticity is stepping through with the belief that it's kind of letting go of all those other, I guess, requirements we think we have to have, and saying, I'm just gonna be me. And it's amazing. I know for myself, it's the road to learning how to be more authentic for myself has led me to the people who are currently in my life right now, and just opened up some, amazing,
I think that's awesome.
Amazing mentors, things and opportunities have come my way. So it's, I think the more authentic we are, and the more to our true path we are, it's kind of like Spirit goes, okay, you're on the right. So you kind of start to feel that flow a lot more than if you're kind of like veering left or right.
Absolutely, absolutely. And don't you know that it's all in timing too? To embrace it, because sometimes we have a lot of lessons to learn along the way, and I think timing is also important. We try to be organized, but how it goes.
Earlier of going over like how the show is going to go tonight, and then like who is going to talk when, and what key points, and
it's almost like on paper and just going, okay, we're just going to go with the flow. Right? Okay, so whenever you also talk about, because you said that a lot of people came into your life to help you become authentic. And, whenever you were saying that, the one thing, and this might be a downer, I know it's supposed to be happy hour, and be happy and everything, but I had, and I call him Uncle Ronnie, growing up, and he would only come and visit us once in a while. But the end of his life really made a huge impact on me. And we got to really think about in the 50s, and you think of society back then. I mean, he tried to hide who he was all of his life. And he even moved to New York to go away from his parents, which were my grandparents, and so that no one would know about him. And I didn't know any of this until, a couple of months before he did cross over. And he came home, told his parents that, he was gay, and they accepted him. They just, with open arms. And I'm going, oh, I wish this would have happened so much sooner. And so, and his partner told me that he would look through the window at New York when my grandparents would come and visit them. And then when he came home to tell his parents who he truly was, they embraced him. Oh, good. We're back again. And so Uncle Ronnie was just a really big impact in my life, because, if you are authentic early, people will accept you, and you get to show them who you truly are. Yay. Okay. So Cassie, why don't you go ahead and tell us who you really felt, help you become authentic?
So I kind of went through a bit of a little bit of a tougher spot where it was just kind of one of those situations where nothing in my life was really going right. It felt like everything was just kind of sort of stacking up. And for me to make a change from where I was meant it was a really big shift for me, and it was very, very, very scary. And so for me, when I really didn't know, it basically meant I was gonna have to almost start completely over.
Oh wow.
I didn't know who was gonna still be my friend at the end of the day, or who was going to stand by me, or who I could reach out to. Probably for me over the last couple of years, as I've learned to step into my own power and step into, it has actually been our friend, Tracey.
Yeah. And it's hard. It really is hard.
It is hard, and it is super, but she has definitely been somebody that has been a constant friend, motivator, everything. And so she's probably been one of my biggest supports, but I've also had, I look at my life right now, like even over Christmas, I had a very, very small, probably one of the smallest get-togethers at my house that I've had since I've had it. And I really made a point of really just inviting the people who really are those that have made a huge impact and have been just really close friends and have always been there for me. And it was 5 people that came. And it was probably one of the best, it was one of the best conversations I've had and it was also one of those nights where you're just like, okay, this is what it's about right here. The people, the relationships that are in this room right now. And so it was so different because it's like usually, Christmas or whatever, I'm like, okay, invite 20, 30 people and see who shows. And this time it was about authentically connecting, and the conversations were real and the people were real. And it was like, and everybody was sharing their lives, and it was just really cool. Yeah. It was definitely it felt really awesome.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Once you get there, woo. Hey, let's go ahead and raise our glasses and just, say thank you for the people who made a big impact in our lives, for helping us be authentic. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay. So what we want you to do now, since we got back on there, I think we have everybody here, is we talked about who made a big impact in our lives. So if you're here and you can think of someone and go, oh my goodness, I know exactly who had a big impact in my life, to accept me who I am and where you are today, please put their name in the comment. And what you're basically saying is you're showing gratitude, to the universe and to God and to the divine, for sending them in your life. So let us see who these people are. So we're going to give it a few minutes because sometimes there's a delay. I love how Britt goes, it just moved. She's saying, hey, they're still here. so that's good. That's good. Okay. So my kiddo, Audrey, and my brother, Blake. Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading the other one. There we go. It keeps moving so fast. Okay. So Sherry, here we go. There's your name. Awesome. My firstborn and my hubby. Oh my gosh. And there's a long name. Oh, I love it.
Absolutely.
And Marissa. And Courtney. Let's see. My husband, Robert. Aw. Lots of hearts. Okay. And departed grandparents. Yes. Oh, this is awesome. Oh, Kimberly, Michelle. Hi, how are you doing, Kimberly? How are you? I haven't seen Kimberly in a while. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hello. Okay. So let's see what's next on our agenda. Oh my gosh, I think that is an awesome topic to talk about because it just kind of, opens us up, and I can feel the energy in the room. I mean, it's awesome. Lots of loving energy.
Absolutely. Michelle, what do you say? Do you think it's time for us to maybe start doing some readings for some people?
Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch back and forth. And and Katie said I've got a couple more. I'm sorry. Hello, my husband. Okay. We're going to only do psychic readings tonight. So we're not going to do any mediumship. And so we felt like, because this is happy hour, and now if somebody comes in, like a loved one, and I feel it really strong, I may say something, and they always help us, do the psychic cards. So, so I'm going to go first, and what we're going to do is I'll choose somebody, and then I'll pull one card and do a small reading, a mini reading, and then Cassie's going to do the same thing with the same person. So you get two of us. Yes. I mean, how awesome is that? All right, so let us know if you want a reading, a guidance. Yes, get a reading or a guidance. Let us know, and then I'm going to go to somebody that we're drawn to, or that I'm drawn to, and then Cassie gets to choose next.
Yes, absolutely.
It would be great if we each knew which one we were being drawn to at the same time. So. Okay, I am going to pull a spiritual card from you, and I'm using the Mystical Wisdom card deck, and that's this card deck I use for spirituality because, Kimberly, that's kind of what I feel right now, that you really need some guidance, and with that spirituality getting uplifted, I think that will really help. Okay, so. Oh, I love this one. Okay. I always love these cards. All right. So take the leap of faith. All right. So you really need to embrace the faith, and talking about spirituality, because, whenever you take faith, you can't see what is there. Right. And you really, really need to take that leap of faith. And so just know that whatever you choose to do and whatever you decide to take that leap, it's going to be the right choice. Okay.
Okay, and the card that I drew, and I am using the Magical Times deck, and I actually love this deck. This is one of the first decks that I ended up having.
Yeah.
So the card that I drew is kindness. Live with compassion. Open your heart with all life forms. Be an angel with hands. And so that's the card that I drew. And what really strikes me about this card is really just like the thoughtfulness and the just when you look at like the face in the cards, it just you see a lot of caring, and you do see a lot of compassion. And I do feel like that's actually something that is it comes very easily. It comes very naturally to you. And so when you are in that space of just living open-heartedly, it's something that just flows with you. And so yeah, keep doing that.
Absolutely. And I feel our energy too. And I, ever since, I started doing Facebook Live shows, that's what I get to from her. And so it's awesome. Is that just that kindness? So my dear, you cannot go wrong, right? You got to take that leap of faith. All right. I feel like, like saying yay, since we've got our cocktails after each one.
Right. Cheers to spirit.
That's right. All right. So it's your turn. Go ahead and choose whoever you're being to. And I know what you were saying about your first deck. That was also my first deck. I think you kind of, I don't know, the energy or something, you just really levitate to it.
Absolutely. I think I'm going to take drawn to again, always as we are going through this, because the feed for us continues to go up and up and up. Always let us know that you're still here and that you would love a reading. I am going to Alicia.
Okay. I know. Yes, Alicia. What's her last name? Okay.
Oh, Alicia, I'm sorry.
There you go, Alicia.
Actually does a show, and she does, it's called That's My Irony. And and it's a great one. So you all should definitely check it out. But Alicia, we're going to come to you and see the first card that comes. And so the card that I drew is called Sacred Space. And I love this card because it is a dragonfly. Dragonfly can mean so many things, especially when it comes to spirit. What it actually says on the card is take time for the dreamer in you, find the power and stillness in your sacred space, and is the peace you seek. And I do, the first thing that I got from this card when I picked it up was just that I know I know we're, as a fellow business owner, I know you can, we're all kind of getting in that go mode, but I really do feel like, just kind of taking that time to be in nature, be in, it's taking that moment for yourself, even if it's just a few moments in the morning, a few moments in the evening. It's going to give you a lot of just peace. And I just keep, whenever I look at this card, I just keep feeling that sense of just peacefulness. And so, yeah, just do make sure that you are taking that time for yourself each day.
Oh, absolutely. And, I love tuning in with you at the same time, because what I was really getting from her is, like you said, that business, and she's really had to work hard to get where she is now. And when you're talking about the dragonfly too, oh my gosh, it just went right along with it. So I'm picking cards that show that she's very creative in the strategies that she uses. And so this is kind of more like a creative deck, and can help you, continue and give you some advice. So let's see. Oh my goodness. Okay. So when you look, this is actually perfect for you. Okay. So whenever you're looking at the circle that goes around and around, okay, it means that sometimes you get frustrated a lot. Sometimes it kind of, you feel like you're doing good, and then you get kind of frustrated and it kind of circles around. But this means also that you're a very detailed person, but you need to examine your situation and take care of every detail one step at a time. So once you find yourself in that circle and you feel like you can't get out of that circle, or you kind of get frustrated a little bit, just know one step at a time, it's all going to work out. Because again, you have worked really hard to where you are now. Oh my gosh. And it's just, it's a wonderful feeling, but celebrate, and I think you feel good about where you are now. But, sometimes you're going, okay, now what else is going to happen? And so just celebrate and take one step at a time. All right. So hopefully, okay, so let's raise our glasses to her, my goodness, and say, Alicia, hopefully this resonated with you, and awesome blessings.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So let us know after. Oh, you're welcome, Alicia. And thank you. She put a comment how to pronounce her name, which is awesome, because we need that help. So thank you. Thank you. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. So now go ahead and let me know. Okay. And I am just being pulled to you, girl. Oh my goodness. So I'm being really pulled to her. Okay. Okay. So I'm kind of getting several people here for you. And I'm going to just let you know, they're telling me to tell you that you are not alone, okay? That they are always with you during, you know, down times or whatever when you get anxious. They are definitely surrounding you, girl, okay? So because of that, I'm going to go, oh, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and pull messages from above. And what this is, it's messages from above, okay? And it's by Tracey Escobar. And just when I feel, you know, that presence of a strong presence with somebody being with you, I think they're wanting to send you a message. So I'm going to use these cards for you, my dear, okay? Okay. So mankind, okay? So we are all one. And what I was really getting to before I picked out this card is that you are worrying about somebody that's in your life, and you're just, and I think it has something to do with, when you look at this card with mankind, it has something to do with what's going on right now, because you know everybody's energy is kind of like, you know, and going up and down, right? We're climbing a mountain, and then we have to go down and climbing a mountain, and so your loved ones on the other side is just letting you know that, remember, we're all experiencing the same thing, and not to get angry about it, okay? And that you are worried about somebody in your life, but know that things are going to work out, okay? In other words, keep the faith, right? And just know things are going to be working out. And I think they're also going to send people in your life to really help with the situation, okay? All right.
And so the card that I pulled is gratitude. And
Wow.
what I love about this card is it's got the lotus, but it's also got the hummingbird. And hummingbirds to me just are just such a, like, to me they're such a fun animal, because they're just like, they're almost so tiny, they're just amazing.
Well, they're not supposed to fly.
They really aren't supposed to fly. They're not, like, literally the words on the top of my head were like, they really shouldn't almost exist, because they're so, like, perfectly made. And the message with this card is be grateful for abundance. And what I feel with that is that it's just remembering that in every moment, even in the stressful moments, there's still something to be grateful for, whether it's a lesson, whether it's a figuring out a better way to handle a situation, whether it is a moment of absolute true abundance when everything is going perfectly. You know, in every moment, in every aspect, there is that potential. And this card just says, keep looking at life with that gratitude, and that, you know, I guess the message I'm getting is,
I think it's awesome. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. All right. So oh my goodness. So there you go, Kate. Oh, my goodness. What an uplifting message for her. And, you know, especially with that hummingbird, I think that's awesome. So, Kate, you may also want to look outside, and maybe you'll see a hummingbird. You never know. I know it's not springtime, but.
Well, weather in Texas, I don't know about anywhere else. But
I'm not for sure where Katie lives, but. But you're right. It's been so well, and I saw I've been seeing a lot more birds than normal because of it being so warm. So, okay, my dear. So you go ahead and choose what you're. So let us know if you want guidance. And I love how Mary Julia said, "I'll drink to that." I love it.
All right. Why don't we go with Tina Pine?
Okay.
So the card that I get is nature. And typically when the word nature shows up for me, it's always about seeing if you can seek more time in nature, being outside, And actually the message on the card literally says, sometimes all you need to do is go outside.
And that's absolutely right. You know, because we get inside too much. Way too much.
So, I do think that this is, even if it's during the day when, if it's just, you know, again, I don't know what the weather's like there for you, but I do know for us lately, it's been like very sunshiny during the day. And so it's been warm enough to just kind of like step outside and get some sunshine. And I do feel like wherever you do live, just taking that time to go for a walk, breathe some fresh air, get out in nature, even if it's just a short little bit. I mean, it may be snowing where you live, but even going for like just a crisp 15-minute walk or something like that. It's really going to help. It's going to ground you. It's going to help you with, it's going to help clear the head. It's going to clear, you know, whatever's going on. Like, it's kind of like whatever things you're facing, it's just kind of going to like help that clear out. And I do feel like that's something that you really kind of need right now.
And, you know, it's very interesting. I don't mean to bring out loved ones or anything, but that's exactly what I was hearing with going outside and having fun. Because there is a gentleman, and I know I'm familiar with his energy, and I'm not for sure how he's related to right now because I'm just trying to speed through it. But it's almost like he has a cowboy hat and he's going, you need to have some fun. Like we used to have fun together. Okay. So he's definitely saying that you're thinking too much about things. You're sweating the small stuff and having too much fun. So I think, Cassie, everything that you said was perfect. Everything that it was almost like he was saying, okay, good. So I think he's here helping both of us, you know. Let me go ahead and pull a card, messages from above again. Okay, so it says raise your level of thinking to be above this world and not, raise your level of thinking to be above this world, not of this world. So as you go outside, as you ground and everything else, and you're going to start feeling really good once you start celebrating almost every day. Think of something that you're happy about, and that will raise that energy up, and so that you can actually help spiritually as well. But you know, this loved one of yours is saying, we used to have fun together. You need to get out there, girl, and have some fun. So, but it's almost like and I don't know if he wore a hat, but it's like he's going, come on, girl, you know, get going. So that's what I'm seeing, you know, in my mind of what he wants for you, girl. Okay. So let's say, Tina, all right, have some fun, go outside, enjoy life, raise those vibrations.
Absolutely. Cheers, sister.
Oh yeah. And Cassie, yeah, that was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. I'm sorry, my dog is beginning to bark. Hopefully y'all can't hear. So he's saying, yay to spirit. Okay. So let me know again. Oh, Dan wants to say hello.
Oh, hey there. How are you?
I want you to know he was here. He almost slept through it. Okay. But he says he is here. So, hey, it's a wonderful friend. You got on very quick.
That's actually my friend Fanya, and she she and I know each other through our Smart Girl community.
Oh, cool. Okay.
My business coaches, 2 Smart Girls, they have a Smart Girl community, and they we've been able to group together and connect, and they're awesome.
See, awesome. Like you said, spirit is bringing people in. Okay.
Absolutely. So again, do message us. Let us know. Even if you've put a message in the chat before already asking for a reading, as we said, the feed tends to just go up. So if you left a message early in the show, we may not see it now. So if you are still open for a message and you left a message earlier in the show, go ahead and post it again so that we know that you're still here and that we can still get you in for a reading.
Dan said, I'm totally in. Okay, so okay. I had a couple of names and I was just kind of, seeing, trying to feel the energy. And I really felt like I needed to go to her. It just, the energy is really, hold on, let me tap in real quick, okay? Okay, so Deanna, what I want you to do, okay, is because a lot of times during these readings, you kind of close yourself in sometimes whenever you really need one. And so I want you to take a couple of deep breaths so that we can read you better, because sometimes, your energy gets stopped.
Mm-hmm. And on that note, Michelle, I actually, as you were talking, a card kind of stuck out to me.
Oh, go for it.
Go ahead and
yes, you do. You go. Yeah.
The card that I drew is expectation, and I was literally flipping through my cards, and I stopped at it. Mm-hmm. So I feel like you hold so many expectations about what's coming next. Like a situation will happen or something will come up and you're sitting there going, in your head, you've already planned out 20 different ways of how it's going to happen. And you kind of get fixated. If there's a certain way that you feel like something's going to play out, you kind of get fixated on expecting things to unfold that way. And which a lot of the times, and I feel like sometimes, or actually I feel like a lot of the times with you, it's something that ends up like you end up getting frustrated with the situation, or because it didn't turn out like you expected. Not that it didn't turn out well or in a good way, it just didn't go the way you had planned or mapped out in your head. And so I feel like, with that, you just kind of got to let go of those expectations and really, like the card says, be open for whatever comes next. And I feel like the more, the looser you hold on, like the more you let go of those expectations, the more you're going to you're going to be able to sit back. You're kind of going to be able to enjoy the ride a little bit more, and then you won't get disappointed by the outcomes as much. And I feel like life will seem a lot like it'll be a lot more fun because you're not just iron grip holding on to those expectations. And also with that, it allows for those cool moments that we can never plan for to happen. And Spirit has an amazing way of bringing those in and bringing those to us, but we may completely miss it if we're expecting something else. So just something
that is actually the vibes I was getting as well. And like you were saying, expect whatever is happening, but and also, as you were talking, like celebrate, and also whenever you're feeling down, you actually have it in you to help yourself. Okay, you have everything in you to make it happen. So don't, try to rely on other people. Be very confident in yourself. I'm going to draw from a movement card. It's kind of like get going, moving in the right direction. And just know that if it doesn't turn out the way that you were thinking, maybe it was supposed to happen that way. I think like what you were saying, Cassie, is sometimes you think, this is how it's going to, kind of like our show tonight when we had to throw the script away or the technology goes down, and you just kind of have to laugh it off and find it in yourself and just find the good things in it. Just say, okay, that happened. Maybe that's not that's just how it goes. So let me find the movement card for you, my dear. Okay. Oh, this is perfect. Devote. So whenever you are going through your journey and things don't work out the way that you think, devote the time to it. Okay. Just kind of like what Cassie was saying, like a dragonfly, there's different ways to get into flight. They don't fly straight. They fly like this. And so if you do that, that's just the way that you do things, right? But definitely devote your time to that and know that you have it in you. You don't have to look outside to do it. You've got every tool that you need inside yourself. Okay, so hey, hope this helps, my dear. All right.
Cheers.
Okay.
All right. And so next, I am drawn to Chanel. Let's go to Chanel.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
And okay, so Chanel, the card that I pulled for you is partnership. And this card, so the message that comes with this card is learn to grow with others, overcome obstacles by working together, touch each other's hearts while life lasts. And I think that this is actually something you do very well. I over the last couple of months, I have gotten a chance to kind of to get to know Chanel, and I do feel like I'm drawn to the circle here. I'm a spirit person. I love them. But what I feel from this card is that it's you're definitely the type of person that gives what he receives. Whether it's a partnership in business, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a any type of relationship or partnership that you come across, you always come across with the heart to help, the heart to help serve, and you're someone that's very easy to open up to and very easy to talk to. So, and you have a lot of knowledge to share with people. So you are kind of in that place where teaching others, but you're also willing to learn from them as well.
Okay, and here I said I wasn't going to try to bring any spirits in, but they always have a different agenda. I really feel, Chanel, and let me know if this makes any sense to you, girl, that you had a very loving person who was, a female. And I'm almost thinking that this is a grandmother or somebody who, grandmother-like, but somebody that you really looked up to. And you were younger whenever she passed on. And because you looked up to her, it's almost like you want to be a lot like her. And just like what Cassie was saying, is that you really care for people and you really do things for others. And I think because of this person, my goodness, and I mean, she was a lovely person. She had such a big impact in your life. And I think that's why you are really following down her, trying to be the way that she was. And it's almost like I'm seeing her, wanting to hug you because, she's very proud of the person that you're becoming. So let me know if this makes sense to you. I'm going to go ahead and pull a card. Okay, and that's kind of what I was feeling too. With the card, it says conflict. In the end, all arrows point in the same direction, which is up. Okay, so what I was also feeling is because this the one that you really cared for and really looked up to, because she died or she crossed over, you were kind of angry at the very beginning that you had a conflict within you. And of course she's saying, honey, there's a time for everything, right? But she is definitely with you. And okay. And she's also telling me, whenever you care for others, make sure you take care of yourself. Definitely that self-care. Okay. All right. All right. So let's go ahead. And I hate to say this, but it's almost been an hour. And so what we need to do is why don't we do this? You pull a card, maybe a universal card for everybody, and I'll do the same.
Okay.
And then that way, because when you're here as a group, we're all here together and our energy is working the same, and hopefully everybody will be healed, even if you're not chosen. You hear other people's messages. Okay. Okay.
So the card that I drew for the universal is the prosperity card. This is another one of my favorite cards.
I like it too. Awesome.
But what I do love about this card, because the message in this card is more about focusing on the good. And when you focus on more of the good, then more good is going to come in. When you give thanks and you say thank you to the universe or God or spirit or whatever your belief system is, it is the more thanks you give in the world, and the more you're going to see it, the more you choose to see the positive in the world, the more you're going to see that reflected back. It's just something to keep in mind as we go through our day to day.
Absolutely. Yes, and especially this week, y'all keep it up. Keep up your energy. Oh, I love this one, which we all need this, okay? This doesn't mean, though, traveling or anything, but you need to take some self-care and go outside, like Cassie was telling others. Go outside. If it's snowing, just go outside for a few minutes, which we don't have that here, right? So definitely take care of yourself and keep that energy up, and also be your authentic self. And that was the main thing that we talked about today if you weren't here earlier. So I'm going to go ahead and put that up there. Is there any last words you want to say, Cassie?
I think I feel like, I feel like we've covered the things we wanted to cover too. I did want to ask, so how can people get a hold of us later? If they would like to either follow up with you or with me later.
Okay. So, so my email, is that what you're talking about? My emails? And okay. So my email is info@michellehendersonmedium.com, or you can find me on the Facebook page, Michelle Henderson Medium. Sorry, my dogs are barking.
And I am Audens, so audens.com, or Cassie@audens.com. Also, I wanted to just really quick just give a huge thank you, huge shout out to everyone who has shown up. Thank you. I know we didn't have a chance to call on everybody, but I definitely, guys, this is the first show that that Michelle and I have put together for you all, and it really is a blessing to see so many people on, and the people who have shared